All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Brothers from the GMS Camp Atlanta. Back at it with another transit. Before we get started, we'd like to give all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Give a double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect that's been pushing this truth. The Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. And then today, we're just going to get into the topic faith, because we're coming into a time in Babylon, and we can see all the biblical signs of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai that we need faith. But we got to continue to increase our faith so that we won't die in that day, man. Great temptation, the day of trouble, Jacob's trouble, the times to come. So without further ado, this is the online etymology on faith. It says faithfulness, to trust or promise. So that's what we're doing, as we go on the highways and byways, as we continue to do lessons, linking up with one another, we're showing the Most High that, hey, we trust you, man. We're going to trust in the things you told us to do. We're going to believe in the things that you commanded us to do. I'm going to continue. It says loyalty to a person, honesty, truthfulness. And that's what we're doing with each other also. Being honest, being truthful, being joyful, merciful, just like Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is doing to us. And those are the characteristics of being faithful,
Yeah, because if you, however you come off, or what you do as far as the works of the Lord, is through faith. Okay, if you have little faith, you'll do little work. Okay, if you have an abundance of faith, you'll do an abundance of work. Okay, it comes hand in hand. All right, the more faith you have in something, the more you're gonna push it. Okay, the more you're gonna cleave unto it and take hold of it. All right.
The more you're going to exhort brothers to keep their head up, the more you're going to exhort brothers on Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. You're going to show Jake out here how to carry yourself in the king, mind, as a royal mind. You ain't going to be a nigga around Jake 24/7. You're going to actually show them like, hey, man, do it like this, try it like this. Not actually, get it on them, but you go, through wisdom, you're going to say, hey, try it like this. Or maybe you should try that.
Yeah.
These are just characteristics of Yahweh Shai. Well, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai and us, man.
And if I can say too, bro, Salakia, and faith is something that you can't be taught. Okay, if you have little faith, you have to pray to the Lord, to increase your faith. All right, because brothers can admonish you and exhort you and show you the way, but it's up to you in order to strengthen your own faith, man. You can be taught precepts, you can be taught the breakdowns, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to faith, that's something that can't be given unto you. It can only be given unto you, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right, brother. I'm gonna continue on with this word. It says faith, belief, trust. It says confidence. It says pledge. Because what we're doing right now, it's like an oath to Yahweh Shai, man. We putting our hand on that plow, and Lord forbid we take our hand off of it, man. I'm gonna continue,
because scriptures tell you that any man putting forth his hand to the plow that looking back, is not fit for the kingdom.
That's right. Go ahead. It says credence, belief. Then it says to trust, confide, persuade. And that's what we're ultimately doing too. We're trying to persuade or reel in the hopeful elect. That's the main priority. We don't care about you 2/3 niggas who talk shit all day. Our main priority is to try to reel in the elect, because he commanded us to do it at the end of the day, and show them, hey, you got to believe in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai and put away all your false gods, all your idols that you once knew.
Can you grab Jeremiah 16:16, Baba Shah?
Come, bro.
Reeling in the elect, especially about the desire, but
this is Jeremiah 16 and verse 16. Behold, it's like it turned on me. It's technology. This is Jeremiah 16 and 16. Behold, I will send forth many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, he sent forth many fishers, and that's where we are. We're in the fishing stages, man. Okay, we go out and lift up our voice as a trumpet, show our people their transgression, tell them to turn back, you know, and tell them who their true biblical nationality is. You know, that's the fishing part of it, man. And once we fish and bring in, the Lord is going to do the sifting, man, and get out the desirables from the undesirables. All right, but that's not our job. We're just out there casting the net, you know, and fishing. Go ahead.
God. And they shall fish them, as you see us doing now. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. And those are days to come, man. You know, when all these heathens hiding, you know, all these niggas out here hiding. In that day, man, we're going to be turned to hunters. Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number. You know, and that's why also too, man, we got to have faith. Even if we do turn into a hunter, hey, do we believe in ourselves enough to jump over a bridge, to leap over buildings, you know, to have super speed, to fly, to glorify our power? You know, we just went into the definition of faith, and one of the characteristics was confidence. Are you confident enough to go into a concentration camp and save some of the elect members, to take on bullets? You know, do you have that much belief? So you got to ask yourself that constantly, man. You got to continue to pray and pray that He will give you that belief so you can sustain in that day. I'm gonna this precept right quick. This is James 2:26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. And that's what we was going into earlier, you know. You got to continue in this time right now to keep working, to keep going out on the highways and byways, keep linking up, keep doing videos, keep reading, keep studying on the Hebrew, you know, and mainly keep praying until Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, you know. Those are faithful works, man, you know. Continue to show your faith, so in that day here, man, let me show you something. Let me show you something you ain't never seen before, man. Here, tap your head, and next thing you know, man, you, like I said, you a hunter, man. You flying through the air, you know, destroying whatever the hell they got flying in the air. You doing all types of miracles, healing people, destroying 2/3. Right. Because, you know, judgment's going to happen at the house of Israel first anyway. You know?
That's right. And, you know, you got to, basically, man, if you're low and you're getting weary on your faith and you need a faith booster, hey, just read the certain accounts in the scriptures, man. Where any that called upon His name and trusted in the Lord, you know, where they confounded. Matter of fact, grab that. Sirach 2:10. Baba Tushan.
Get that right quick.
Because, hey, and we coming into a time, man, the brother mentioned Jacob trouble, where you're going to have to be on a certain level, man, spiritually and faith-wise, man. or in that day, man, you're going to fold. All the things you've learned, you know, is gonna go out the window because you've had little faith. All right, you don't have anything or any substance, because it tells you in Hebrew 11:1 that faith is the substance of things hoped for. All right, you don't have a foundation. The word substance goes into foundation. You have a shitty foundation going into the time of Jacob's trouble. Hey, that's your ass.
Yep.
Okay, that's why it's important in these times before the evil days come not that you build up your faith.
Before I get that verse 10, I'm gonna get verse 6 right quick.
Go ahead, bro.
It says, "Believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way of right, and trust in Him." Yeah. Pure confidence, faith, man. You know, trust in Him. Don't trust in your guns. Don't trust in your cars to get away, whatever you're gonna get away with in that day. Don't even trust in your own flesh, man. Thinking you're gonna run and get away. No, man. Just be like, Lord, man, just help me. And get to where I need to be, you know. You should be putting all your faith and trust into Yahweh Yahushua in any situation, you know. Even if you think you can do it, still pray about it. Because some things you might be going through, whether it be small or big, the angel's gonna record, like, let me just see if he just gonna call on the name of, you know, the Heavenly Father. They're gonna report it back to him, you know. And he gonna know when you call on his name. Oh, it's a small situation, but he still called on my name. I'm gonna bless him. You know, it's just simple as that. Now I'm gonna get verse 10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
And there are several accounts in the scriptures, and I haven't ran across one yet where anybody was confounded that called upon his name and trusted in him. Because there's not an account. Everyone that has, stayed fast to their faith and believed in Yahweh Shem Yahushua has been delivered and has been brought out, man. Daniel's in the lion's den, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego when they was thrown into the fiery furnace. That furnace was so goddamn hot, man, that it burnt the people that was throwing them in there. Now, that's some heavy faith, man, to be faced with those kind of turmoils and you not fold up, goddamn, like a lawn chair. You stay fast and sturdy in what you believe in, and hope that the Lord brings you through it, man, if he deems it necessary. Okay? Because some of us have different lots, man. Some of us is going to have to be put to death, for the name's sake, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And some of us are not, okay?
God. And even in those times too, we're gonna come into a time where it's gonna oversee those times, man. These gonna be great times, greater times, more evil times. It's gonna be evil, if that's even a word. There's gonna be more wicked, There's gonna be more demons. You gotta look at Leviathans. Esau might have hybrids out here. So we're coming into greater times. That's what I'm trying to say. So you got to be rooted and grounded up in this thing, man, to the best of your ability, and hang on to the Lord, man. Hang on for dear life, and never let this truth go. And I got one more precept, and if you want to close it out on that, this is Ephesians 3:17, that Hamashiach may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all saints what is the breadth and length and depth and height, and I'm gonna just stop it right there, man. You got to be rooted and grounded up. That's the main point. In Jacob's trouble, you can't be loose. You can't be I'm be all right. No, the hell you not, man. You have prophets who have visions and they said, woe is me, who gonna save me in that day? So who are you to say I'm gonna be all right? No, you're not, bro. You need to pray and do the things that is necessary to obtain your salvation and your protection in that day.
That's right. Hey. I was gonna say, go into that word rooted. You on a blue letter?
Come
and see what it says. Just out of curiosity. The word rooted. Because like you're saying, man, in order to be rooted, that's a sturdy foundation. When you look at these trees around us, their roots and their roots go very deep into the soil, man. Hundreds of feet deep, man. That means that tree, when the winds come, which when the scriptures speak about winds, is speaking about destruction. So when the winds come and beat upon these trees that are deeply rooted in the ground, all right, those that have good roots, won't wither and they won't fall in those troubling times or in severe weather. Okay, so that's why it's important to be rooted in the faith and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. What does it say?
Oh, and if I can say it too, look at this example. When a bad storm, whether it be a tornado, hurricane, or just a bad storm, you seeing trees fall over, getting tossed up out the ground. But those big, strong trees, they staying stable, they staying still. That's how we gonna be, man. Lord willingly. I got that word root. It says to cause, to strike root, to strengthen with roots, to render firm, to fix, establish. And it says cause a person or a thing to be thoroughly grounded.
Yeah, to be thoroughly grounded, man. You have to be grounded and rooted, and stable in your faith and what you believe in. Okay, not straddling the fence. You in that gray area. You kind of believe, but you kind of don't. All right, you believe that Great Millstone has 55% truth, and the other 45 is gonna come from IUIC. No, you have to What the scriptures say.
It says, be like-minded. You know, we sing that same song, one doctrine, one body, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
That's right.
You know, you can't be half a body. There's no such thing as a half a man. You either be a full man or a little ass boy. You know?
And the only way you're going to get that is to fully, what the scriptures tell you, be fully persuaded in your own mind. Okay, and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's the only way, man. You're not going to be able to do that, you know, by being wishy-washy, goddamn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I had, bro. You had another precept.
Well, hopefully, Lord willing, this lesson been edifying to you brothers out there, to you sincere Akim. We're going to close out by giving all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Radash. Once again, give a double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to you hopeful letters been pushing this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.